Everybody, it's Marty, the JavaScript party. I don't have my buddy Rhett with me because I am. This is like a kind of a bonus coverage one. It is like literally 27 degrees outside, which is like 3 degrees, -3 degrees Celsius. And my wife knocked off early from her show because like she does a TikTok show, but it's kind of down our garage. Our garage is pretty cold. And then normally, a lot of times, typically at this time in the evening, I will be sort of outside, just working outside, doing this and that, mowing lawn or some other sort of yard work or something like that, just kind of blowing off the day. But it is freaking cold outside. So I figured, you know what? I'll just knock out some code because my wife's out there watching TV. So Rhett, is watching TV with her, and they enjoy watching their TV, and they have shows that they like to watch without me. I have shows I like to watch without her. She has shows she likes to watch without me, and so she's watching one of those right now. But this morning when I got done, a mere 11 hours ago, they the we got to the point where we have pretty good test coverage. We have 99.9% of the statements, 233 out of 235, 94.11 branches, which is 16 out of 17, 98% of the functions, 50 out of 51, and 99.14 lines. And I've always been curious, and I think I've figured it out a few times what the difference between lines and statements are, but it's just that unimportant that I just forget. Um, but I think now, well, here's our issue, and then this is the problem. So basically, we have two issues here. We have two lines of code that aren't being executed. I'm pretty sure it's this line and this line, and then we have one function that's not being executed, and that would be this function here. So I think it would be good to actually move this into a function, its own standalone function, and then call just and then call it from here too, and that will take care of my function issue, I believe. So let's go to mesh service.ts. So this is in our three world. So that was good. I was actually kind of wondering about that. Mesh service.ts. And we want to move this right here. Let's say dispose. And then it will accept a material. Let's see it right now. Let's see, let's go ahead and do this. It's not going to return anything, void, and it's going to accept a material. And I'll just call it Matt, and I will call it a 3.mesh normal material. So it seems like the market is starting to heat up a little bit. I've been getting reached out a lot by recruiters. Of course, everybody wants me to be a developer, and I don't really want to be a developer. But it is nice to know that it is warming up a little bit. I think the rates are pretty low, and everybody just wants to, they want you to do like a 6-month contract, which, like, the current situation I'm in right now is very stable, and would definitely, seems like, would be a mistake to use. And call it. Oh, um, that way. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping to call it that way because I don't want to have to um, I don't know if this I don't know if this will still count as a if this will really count. I think this will still count as a function that doesn't get called if I call it this way. A dot mesh normal material. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. Not a subtle parameter type mesh normal material. So that's a whole material. That's right, right? Oh, I don't want to set a whole mesh over. I want to set it's a material. Dot. Well, that's for each material, right? So it's weird. For each mat, and then this is a mesh normal material, and then mat dot dispose. Mesh material dot dispose. That is a material dot, which is a 3. Mesh material. So that's the new one. Mesh by ID, mesh material dispose. I don't know why that's not working. That's weird to me. Let's just do this. Let's go back to what we had. It was working. Let's say this dot dispose mat. And it's saying that and what if I do this? Oop, one more. And then value index array material. So like we'll send 3 things over. One of them is my value, which is a material. And then it's going to give us an index, which is a number. It's going to give me my materials. And if I get rid of this, but then it's saying, hey, that's not a material. When it is, we know it's a material. I wonder, I think there's a way to one of these calls. Let's ask ChatGPT. In JS, is there a way to iterate over an array? Why am I? Is it? It's just one R, right? Over an array. Call a function and pass it a function to iterate on the value. What is it? What is it? What are you? So it says if I call numbers.map, so this is what I was doing. I was doing like a for each, materials for each, and then, oh, okay, so supposedly I can call for each and pass it this dot dispose. Okay, I'm just curious if I make this an any. Three dot mesh normal trail equals mat. That is so weird that it's happy with that. And dispose. And then that's so funny. I actually just like I remember when these sort of Java array sort of operators first sort of came about. It was very like I really struggled with the whole concept of currying and passing things in. And I think after all these years, it's probably been like 10 or 12 years that like literally just all came together for me where it's like, oh, yeah, so I'm like just so they would make sense, I used to add that stuff. But we'll see if it actually works. This dot dispose this dot material, and it's happy with that. Yeah, that's just so weird. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, this all still works. I think that got, did it get better? It did not get better, I don't think. Oh, I think it got worse. Yeah, it got worse. So we ended up, now we have, yeah, we now have 100% of the functions here, but it's saying, is that right? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why we would lose. So let's go back up here. How did we lose? Oh, and so now animation started failing. How weird is that? So I wonder if we kill this and we restart it, if we end up. Yeah, it's like something broke on the restart. And I've seen that before, for sure. So I'm just going to pull this guy off to the side. At this point, I don't think it's really adding a whole lot of value. Yeah, I've seen that. And that can be a real nightmare for like when you're doing when you're doing um, um, like CI/CD and they have gates up and it's like things are failing because you things are just failing in like through some strange thing that's happening in the gate. But yeah, so we're at 100%. We definitely, yeah, I don't like that. We definitely will need to add more things. Something went, like an app went wrong that first time. There was some sort of bug or something. And yeah, that was interesting. But the goal, mission accomplished. We got this. And now the only thing we're down to is one statement, and that's this and one branch. And basically, all it wants is for us to pass in a material. And I actually was thinking about this today. Let's see. This is the mesh service, right? This is the 3 mesh service. Should be able to process array materials. And I think what we can do is we can say like this. Service dot create mesh. And I think we have to give it an ID, right? ID. So like before every one of these tests, it's going to create a brand new version. So we don't have to worry about stepping on a different one. And then, so I'm just going to actually create a constant. That's my ID. I don't even know if this is going to work. I hope. It's 1. And then ID. And then basically what we're going to do is we are going to get our material so we can get our mesh by ID. I mean our mesh, so mesh, which is a 3 dot. Are you kidding me? We still haven't import star as 3 from 3. And then 3 dot. And I think it's a mesh normal material. No. It is a mesh equals service dot get mesh by ID and ID, and there we go. And then we are going to take our mesh. We're going to create an array. Materials. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try it though. And this is a 3.mesh normal material array, and that is equal to that. And then I'm going to say materials dot push, and that's going to be mesh dot material. And I don't know what its problem is. Okay. So I'm going to say no, this is fine because well, this could break in the future, but I guess we'll worry about that when that happens. Material, which is a 3.mesh normal material. So basically it was complaining that that it may not it might not be right as 3.mesh. Like it might be an array is what it's saying. Normal. Which it isn't because I literally just created it. But it is possible that at some point I might make some change to this code where it is we can't count on it being an array, and then this will break. So now materials. So basically I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the material that I just got, and I'm going to push it onto my array of materials. I don't know if this is going to work. And then I'm going to oh man, what a pain in the butt. Okay, so basically when I call this update service dot update mesh material, and it's going to want the ID, which is our ID, and I guess it's going to want the material, which is, let's just go ahead and pass it back in. It's fine. It's just going to be the exact same one. And then it's going to, and by default, that should be work. All right, so let's just take a step back here. All right, so I think that should work. Basically, we're getting our material, we're putting it into an array of materials, and then we're going to say, please reassign it. So basically, we should get our material back again. And yeah, if this does break, basically all we do is send a single material. So yeah, we're probably going to need to add like an update mesh materials that we send an array of materials, and it's going to have to do stuff. So I don't know, this should be okay. So like if we were to change it from something that has a list, an array of materials to something that has a single material, this would work. So let's see. So I feel like this is probably the same issue last time, which I do think is one of the most annoying things in Karma, like that it doesn't respond the same way all the time. Let's see if this was different this time. So like if I start it from scratch, or maybe I'm gonna be able to learn something here. But if I start from scratch, this guy works perfectly. But if I don't, then one of the function fails, or yeah, two of the functions seem to never get called. So like this constructor doesn't ever seem to get called. Or this animate function never gets called. If I refresh, only if I, but it does get called if I start from scratch. So it's like everything just happens so fast that it never gets a chance to call that, which is a basic, like, yeah, yeah, I don't know what to think of all that, but all of this, that is going to go away because that code is going to go away over here. And then this is going to go away because this guy is going to, it basically, I removed a bunch of the unit tests that were checking this kind of stuff. So this should not be a problem in the future, but we'll find out. But if I kill this and then I start it again, then I guess everything takes long enough that all of this stuff runs. So then that's when you start adding timeouts and stuff like that to sort of kind of force things to work, which is, then that's how you end up with like unit tests that take 2 hours to run. So let's see. So everybody's 100 except for this one, except for mesh. Basically, we have, did it not run? It should. So we'll pull this in here and we'll see. Material should process array of, I'm definitely misspelled process. I think I misspelled process. Process 2 C's. No, that definitely looks wrong. Process array, and then if mesh material, if array is array mesh material. So our mesh material, I'm going to do this, expect service dot, no, expect array dot is array Oh, did I not? Oh, I never did. I never did actually assign it. So the last step would have been to take mesh.material and say that's equal to materials. So all of that, I never did the final step. Now, obviously, we're going to end up with something broken in the... Oh, now it was happy. And you know what was funny about that is that now when you look at this, it's running it in this order. So that is a bit of a... So like it ran the one that was changed first when I wasn't doing this. Oh, here, let's hit refresh just so we can have that satisfaction. Satisfaction. Oh, cancel. Okay, so what I did, let me fix that, and then And see, now it's running app component first, so then I'm not getting those weird results where, yeah, and that is weird. That is one of those things that's just really funny. And the thing is what the part that's very frustrating is you can get all your unit tests working in a job, and you're like, oh, okay, good, all that, and then you push it, and it's failing on the in CI/CD, and then you're just kind of like, I don't understand, why this thing is failing. Um, so we're at 100%. So we're 100% all the way through. Um, so now I think that basically we have what I would call sort of fake passes, or yeah, like false side effect code coverage, right? Like this is only like a lot of the animations only happen because it's called in app. But once so what I want to do is go into the viz component and go into the app components. So basically, I'll just do it right now. Let my wife get a couple more minutes of TV watching in. And basically, I'm just going to take everything from here to here, and I'm just going to comment it out. Oh no, I couldn't. It's never that simple. Okay, so then I will also comment out this. But I will definitely say that that is a win. Yes, so we lost code coverage, basically in animations. But I think we'll lose also. I want to do the same thing in here. And in here. I guess we want to see if I can just comment this. And I guess we need to comment that out too. And then we'll see what we have now. Yeah, so basically we need to come in here and get these with their own unit tests. We're pretty good though. I mean, we're better than I thought I was going to. That we're better where we thought I was going to be. Animations clearly needs a bunch of unit tests to get that one working, and then ST render needs some work, and 3 render need work. Let's see. 100% of my 0 branches are passing. So yeah, this get renderer by ID never gets called, and render by ID never gets called. So that'll be easy peasy, especially that one. And then let me see. And this one too should be pretty straightforward to get the unit test to render a scene, and then we'll be ready for commit, and that'll be awesome blossom. So anyways, tomorrow I'll probably knock out at least, because it's going to be before work in the morning. Um, let's see if we can get this to be a little bit less bright. Um, at least this guy. Hopefully this guy and this guy will be tomorrow morning. And then that'll leave Saturday for probably just knock out the rest of them. Animations and 3 renderers. So that would be cool if I can get all that done. And then uncomment things, do a commit, and start working on getting animations working in this bad boy right here. And then once animations is working in that bad boy up here, then do another commit and then do a couple of things, or then add the little 3 things here so that we can add on command and have more than one of these and not start with any. And then, oh, actually, Sunday I guess will probably be end-to-end testing. So we'll get that guy tested on the end-to-end tests. And then hopefully, and then I guess Monday, yeah, we'll start working on animations. And that'll be cool. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. See y'all bright and early tomorrow. Bye.